Dreams have fascinated humanity for centuries. They often reveal hidden emotions, unresolved thoughts, and subconscious fears that our waking minds try to ignore. Among the most common and emotionally intense dreams are those in which a person finds themselves naked or strangely dressed in a public place. Many people report dreaming that they suddenly realize they are walking through a crowded street without clothes, standing in a classroom half-dressed, or appearing at work wearing something completely inappropriate. These dreams can feel deeply embarrassing and uncomfortable, yet they are incredibly common across cultures and ages. Understanding why the mind produces such dreams can offer valuable insight into our inner psychological world. One of the most widely accepted interpretations of public nudity dreams is that they symbolize vulnerability. Clothing in everyday life serves as both physical protection and social identity. The way we dress communicates status, personality, professionalism, and belonging. When clothing disappears in a dream, it often represents the removal of emotional protection. The dreamer may feel exposed, judged, or unprepared in some area of life. This exposure is not necessarily literal, but psychological. For example, someone starting a new job, entering a new relationship, or facing public scrutiny might dream of being naked in a crowd because their subconscious is processing the fear of being evaluated or criticized. Embarrassment is another central emotion in these dreams. In many scenarios, the dreamer suddenly realizes their state of undress while others are staring or whispering. Interestingly, in some dreams, the surrounding people may not even notice, which can create a confusing emotional response. Psychologists often interpret this as a reflection of how people perceive their own flaws. We tend to believe that everyone is watching our mistakes, judging our behavior, or noticing our insecurities. In reality, others are usually far less focused on us than we imagine. The dream exaggerates this fear to highlight the gap between internal anxiety and external reality. Dreams about wearing strange or inappropriate clothing in public carry a similar meaning, but with a slightly different psychological angle. Instead of total exposure, the dreamer may appear wearing pajamas at work, mismatched clothes at an important event, or bizarre costumes in ordinary environments. These dreams often symbolize feeling out of place or socially disconnected. The dreamer's subconscious may be expressing a concern about not fitting into a certain group, role, or expectation. For instance, someone who feels unprepared for a leadership position might dream of showing up to a business meeting wearing childish or absurd clothing. The dream reflects the internal worry of not appearing competent or worthy in the eyes of others. Another important factor behind these dreams is fear of judgment. Humans are social beings who constantly navigate expectations and norms. From childhood onward, we learn what behavior is considered appropriate in different situations. When we worry about breaking these rules or failing to meet expectations, the subconscious may transform this anxiety into symbolic imagery. Being naked or improperly dressed in public becomes a metaphor for making a mistake that everyone can see. The dreamer fears humiliation, criticism, or rejection, and the dream amplifies these fears into a dramatic scenario. However, these dreams are not always purely negative. In some cases, dreaming of nudity can represent honesty and authenticity. Without clothing, a person is literally and symbolically stripped of social masks. Some psychologists believe that such dreams can signal a desire to be more open or genuine in waking life. Perhaps the dreamer is tired of pretending, hiding emotions, or maintaining a carefully constructed image. The dream may encourage the individual to accept themselves more fully and worry less about how others perceive them. Cultural context also plays a role in how these dreams are interpreted. In societies where modesty and social appearance are highly emphasized, dreams about public nudity may occur more frequently because the fear of embarrassment carries stronger emotional weight. Meanwhile, individuals raised in environments with more relaxed attitudes toward the body might experience these dreams less intensely. This suggests that dreams are shaped not only by personal psychology, but also by the cultural values surrounding the dreamer. Stress and major life changes often increase the frequency of such dreams. Periods of transition, such as moving to a new city, beginning university, starting a new career, or entering a new social circle, can trigger feelings of uncertainty and vulnerability. During these times, the subconscious mind actively processes emotional tension while we sleep. The imagery of public exposure becomes a powerful symbol for the anxiety of stepping into unfamiliar territory where one's identity and competence may be questioned. Another fascinating aspect of these dreams is the moment of realization. The dreamer often suddenly becomes aware of their nakedness or strange clothing, which triggers panic or confusion. This moment mirrors situations in waking life when we suddenly recognize a mistake or feel unprepared. The brain may be rehearsing emotional responses, helping the individual mentally process embarrassment or vulnerability in a safe environment. In this sense, dreams can function as a form of psychological simulation, allowing the mind to practice coping with difficult social situations. Despite their awkward nature, dreams about being naked or strangely dressed in public are a normal and meaningful part of the dreaming experience. They remind us that our minds are constantly evaluating our sense of identity, belonging, and self-confidence. These dreams do not mean something is wrong with the dreamer. Rather, they reflect the universal human concern about how we are perceived by others. Ultimately, the message behind these dreams often centers on self-acceptance. While society places immense pressure on appearance and social performance, the subconscious mind occasionally strips these layers away to reveal deeper emotional truths. By examining the feelings associated with such dreams, whether embarrassment, anxiety, or even freedom, we can gain insight into areas of life where we feel exposed, uncertain, or eager to be more authentic. In the end, dreaming of being naked or oddly dressed in public is less about literal clothing and more about the emotional garments we wear every day. These dreams gently remind us that beneath the roles, expectations, and appearances, we are all vulnerable human beings navigating the complex landscape of social life.